more on aggregate transformation. So our before topic was related with the joins, all types of joins, and in the full outer join, what kind of bug we are getting and how to solve it, and when to go for a cross join also we have seen. Okay. So for today, like we will see more operations on the join, especially by comparing with SQL statement. I will go ahead. What is the meaning of this table? Total sale, total sum of salary. But you are not grouping by any column. Okay. So that means entire column aggregation. So such kind of things in SQL you will write query like this. Okay. This is simply a single aggregation. How to perform this? Just come to the portal. Just let me publish the previous work. I'm going for a data flow. Our regular file, employee file, I'm taking. Configuring that employee input data set, which is DS underscore EMP. And here projection is important whenever you are going to perform some aggregation. Because when you read data format file, by default every column is string. I am converting that into integer. I am going for aggregation. But in the aggregation, group by aggregate, two things are there. Group by what column, aggregation on what column. Here for this transformation, group by is optional, sir. Aggregate is compulsory. So for this aggregate, I am giving total. Total as column name, because you are going to generate a new column. What expression you want to give for that? Just give sum of salary. That's it. Got it? Now you can run this. You can debug. Just refresh. Okay, for your rows, this is the total salary. The column is total, and this is the total salary. Understood? Same thing. I want multiple aggregations at a time. Okay, how to do this operation? The equivalent query I am giving sum of salary. That's a count of star. Average of salary and max of salary and minimum of salary. At a time, multiple aggregations in our transformation. Suppose your table name is from EMP. So this kind of query, how to process an ADF with aggregate transformation. Very simple to the same previous work. Go for the aggregate and go to the aggregate settings. Here you have given only one. You can add multiple also. I'm going to add one more column. About column pattern, in future classes you will be getting, sir. Here observe, when you click on the add column pattern. Okay. In future classes, already those sessions are available. In future classes, you will get the idea about add column patterns, when to use that. For now, I am going with only add column. Here I am giving count, CNT, some variable name. A new field will be generated. The expression related with this, count of. Don't say star. Okay. Here, ID, or you can leave it. If you give count of ID, if there are any null values, it won't count it. If you say only count of, whether it is a null or not, it doesn't matter how many number of rows are there, it will count it. Got it. Count of some column, ID. Simply ID I am giving. Got it. And one more, I want average. Average of cell. Here the function. AVG of cell. There is one more thing, AVG if. Just look at it again. AVG if. If I apply AVG if, salary comma some condition you have to give. Only for condition matching rows only the average will be applied. Suppose your condition average if of salary comma salary greater than 50,000. Now what will happen? It won't count all the salaries. It takes only above 50. For that above 50 salaries, it will apply average. Okay. In this way, just go to the documentation, different functions are available. Average of, for now, I am applying salary. Similarly, max I am adding. Expression max of salary. Similar style, minimum salary I want. Here min of salary. In this way, multiple aggregations you get. Now run the preview. Already aggregate is applied. Just I am running on data preview. Refresh this. Okay, look at the output total, count, average, maximum, and minimum. So based on these aggregations, again you can generate one more field also. For example, I want to generate a field called range. But generally in SQL's range function is there, but in ADF there is no range function. Range is a difference between maximum and min. We don't have a function, we need to create a new column. That's why I'm going for derived column transformation. Derived column. In this derived column, under settings, I'm going to create a new column called range. Okay. Just I will increase the font size. You are able to see. Just I am giving range, the expression. Already max min is generated. Directly you can use that. The range is a difference between max and min. Max minus min. Okay. Now say this one. Now preview. Refresh. Okay. The max value 1,40,000, minimum value 80. Difference is 80. Got it? This is called how to perform multiple aggregations. Now, grouping aggregations I want to do. What is grouping aggregation? If we apply sum for entire column, sum is applied. But if you go for grouping, there are males and there are females. For males, separate aggregation. For females, separate aggregation. That means in our column, for each data group, separate aggregation to be applied. So that is called grouping aggregation. First, I will show one example. I want to group by single group. That means single grouping column. Single grouping and single aggregation. For this example, monthly sales report, quarterly sales report, branch-wise total sales report you have seen in our previous examples. That is single grouping and single aggregation. Online team, if meeting disconnected, please join into the same meeting. What is the equivalent query? Select. Suppose gender-wise grouping I want to do. Our column is gender. What is the total sum? How many people are there? Count. From table, here. Group by gender. In the gender column, how many groups are there? 2 groups. Male one group, female one group. So that you will get how many males are there, how many females are there. So here grouping by single column and aggregation. 1. This is called single grouping, single aggregation. I want to do the same thing. A small change in our aggregate. I am coming to aggregate settings, removing all the things. All aggregations I am removing. I am removing sum, removing average, maximum, minimum. So that derived column also I am removing. Now look at this aggregate. What aggregation function you have? Only count. But grouping by what column? You just decide which is based on what column you want to group. That is gender. Okay. Now group by gender, aggregation is count. Now run the preview. Refresh. Males 3, females. That is single grouping, single aggregation. Okay. Same thing, sir. I want to extend this. I want multi grouping or single grouping with multiple aggregations. The equivalent query for this: select gender, sum of salary, max of salary from EFP, group by report, gender. Okay, what kind of output? How many columns you are expecting? Gender, that sum, that max. Suppose male total salary, so let's say 5 lakhs. The max is 90,000. Okay. Females, the total salary is 6 lakhs. The max salary is 70K. That max 70K is within the females. What is the maximum salary? Okay. Grouping is single column and multiple aggregations. Same process, small change in our flow. Look at grouping by gender, aggregations. I don't want count. I want maximum. I want sum first. That's a total. For the total, I am giving sum of salary.
I want present running class means online.
Raghu ఇప్పుడు వద్దులే, ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ బండి స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయిందని చెప్పేసి ఫుల్ ఫ్లోలో ఉంది క్లాసు, నాట్ నౌ. Sum of salary. Click on save. Got it. And next one, I want maximum also. For this max, give the expression. The max of salary. Now grouping by single column, aggregations multiple. In this way, any number of aggregations you can get. Running the preview. Refresh. Check the output. On grouping column, multiple aggregations. So still I am changing one more thing. Previously single grouping with multiple aggregations. I want multiple grouping. Okay, multi-grouping I want with multiple aggregations. At a time with multiple aggregations I am applying. Come to the aggregate settings. Aggregations already multiple. Okay, still few more things I want to use. I'm adding all the aggregations. The second one has count. Here my expression count of some column. Count of it. One more average I want. Average we are adding, simply function is AVG. AVG of cell. One more, minimum. Or minimum, your function is min of cell. So there are some functions. The function should be applied only on numbers. Suppose count. Count can be applied on string, can be applied on number. But sum, max, minimum, average, these should be applied on only numbers. Now multiple aggregations I have. Group by. I want primary grouping, sir. Grouping, primary grouping by department number. It's subgrouping by that second grouping column. Always second onwards, that comes under subgrouping. Suppose if you talk about department numbers, I have 11 department. 11 is primary, but within the 11 males are there, females are there. These are subgroups. Okay, 11 males, 11 females, like that. I am giving subgroup gender. Now grouping by multiple columns, aggregations multiple. Run the preview now. Gender, total, count, average, maximum, minimum. But still some other transformation I want to apply. The average I want to convert into integer. And also I want to generate a new column called range. And then finally I want to write into sync. To generate new columns or update columns, you need to go with derived column transformation. In the derived, first I want to update the AVG, average. Actually, this is a float value. I want to convert into integer. Convert into integer. 2 integer is the function. 2 integer. 2 integer of same column. Average. Average updated. What is our rule? If column existed, it will update. If column not existed, it will create. Still additional column, I want range. Range is the difference between maximum and minimum. That means max minus min. Already have these two columns. Now check your preview.